Welcome to 25 Minutes from Nashville. My name's Rick Barker, and I am very excited today on my way to have breakfast with one of my heroes. I found this guy probably about 9 months ago, maybe a year ago. A gentleman that I met named Billy Youngblood asked me if I knew about the Wren Man, and I didn't. And he said, yeah, there's this guy. He manages Incubus. He's got this YouTube channel. He goes on. He just talks about the music business, interviews all these great people. And I'm like, dude, that's the kind of guy I want to watch. I want to check this out. So I went and watched his YouTube channel and loved his style, loved his delivery. We were a lot alike in our thoughts and our beliefs. And I started turning everybody I could onto him, because the one thing that I have learned and the one thing that I am trying to share is that you cannot buy experience and knowledge. You can rent it, you can lease it, but you can't go back and be, with Taylor Swift the way I was. You can't go back and take Incubus through, the 15 years that Wren Man was. But you can learn from us the experiences and the knowledge and the wisdom that we gained through those experiences. And that's the one thing that both of us have done very well, is be able to share our experience, share our knowledge. And if we get the mindset of the right person, we're able to make a difference in their lives. We can't make differences in everyone's lives because not everyone's willing to do the work. But, I love that. Knowledge and experience, you can't buy it, but you can rent it. You can borrow it. You can learn from it. So I've been thinking a lot lately about how do we continue to give people our experiences and give them practical, applicable things that they can do in their business without getting taken advantage of. And I'll tell you what I mean by that. And as most of you guys know, I'm brutally honest. I spend a lot of hours creating free content to put out there for you, to get a better understanding of the business, to maybe understand radio better, to maybe understand what managers are doing and things like that. And I still get people who will call me and say, hey, can I take you to lunch and pick your brain about the music business? And I want to be nice. I want to be polite. I always try to figure out ways to do this the right way. But I think to myself, this is my business. This is what I do. I take this time while I'm driving to work to provide you free content and information. I have a free video series on my website, which took me hours to do. I have 25 years of experience, and last year, probably close to $60,000 that I invested to learn more about social media and internet marketing. And I've been giving of that information freely, and people still want to call and say, hey, can I pick your brain? And I'm like, would I be able to go to my attorney or any attorney and say, hey, listen, by the way, can I take you to lunch and just ask you a bunch of legal questions? I'll buy your lunch. They'd say, no, this is what my fee is. Or if I walked into a therapist's office and I said, hey, these things have really been bothering me, can I pick your brain for like an hour? Sure. But there's going to be an invoice at the end of that hour, and that's expected. And there's going to be an invoice that comes from your attorney, and that's been expected. But right now, everyone expects people who have knowledge or experience in certain areas to just sit down and give them this information whenever they ask for it. So I sat down with someone one day, and they said, well, what's bothering you? What's going on with this? I said, I've been spending a lot of time. I've been doing all these free videos. I've been doing everything that I can in order to better my business, to increase my knowledge, to be able to teach these people everything that I can. He says, then why do you have such a hard time asking for money when you meet with people? I said, well, he goes, no, hold on. He says, the value of free is free. He says, if you go, he goes, how many people have you sat with that you've spent hours with, that you've given tons of information to, and you go and look at their website or something and see that they've not really done the work? I said, most of them, because what I tell people they need to do is work. Most people want me to say that, oh, I think your daughter or your son's fantastic. I'll go walk them into my record deal buddies and they'll get a deal and everything will be fine and dandy. But when I start pointing out what needs to be done and the work that needs to happen, most people don't want to do it. He says, okay, he says, what is your hourly rate when you do consulting at your office? I said, when I do consulting at my office, my hourly rate's $150 an hour. He says, great. So when people say that they would like to take you to lunch to pick your brain, say, fantastic. Is it a half-hour lunch or is it an hour lunch? And then you charge accordingly. He says you'll find out who's serious or not, or you'll find out who the time suckers are, the people that just want to vampire, that they call them, time suck your energy away. And they just, he says, do you care after you've spent an hour with someone that you've been paid for, whether they do the work or not? I said, absolutely not. I've been paid. He says, then you need to start getting paid for lunch. And I was thinking about that for a second. So now I've got people in the business that are now calling me wanting to spend time with me. How do I approach that? So what I've done is I sit down with people now and I ask them, and this is what I want you to do in your business, because a lot of you are complaining about not having enough time to work on social media or do YouTube videos. Find out who the time suckers are or the activities that are time suckers and eliminate them. Explain to people, listen, I'm in the middle of a project. I don't have time to do lunch, but I do have some time that I reserve for consultations. It's $97 a half hour, $150 an hour. Would you like to sign up for one of my consultations? I'll be more than happy to answer all your questions. Blah, 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 blah. Then all of a sudden you find out, oh, no, I just wanted to get together and chat. And you just politely let them know. Say, okay, well, listen, when I'm done with this project, let's have a conversation and see if I'm any further along and we can make that happen. It just lets you know right away whether someone's serious about getting your knowledge and information or if they just want to get it and not pay for it. So that's one of the things that I've been working on a lot lately. And today, as I get to go spend today with Rennie, and I've been blown away by what this man has done online. For those of you that don't know Renman, go to youtube.com/Ren, RENMANMB, Renman Music Business, Renman MB. The education that you will get will do more for you than a lot of these 4-year degrees that you are getting and spending 6 figures on. And he puts this stuff out there for free. The information that I give on my video series and the practical information I have been told over and over and over again has been more valuable than what people have learned trying to get their music business degree. So then if someone's paying 6 figures for a music degree and someone's spending money on books and someone's spending money on labs and someone's spending money on these things, why shouldn't Renman and why should we be looked at any different when we put a price on our knowledge and our experience and our education and our time and our teachings? And that's where we have stood back now and said, okay, here's the deal. We give hundreds of thousands of dollars worth of valuable information away, and we'll continue to do that. But if people want to get in the advanced course, if they want to get more of our time, then there has to be a price put on it, and we want to make that available for people. And that's why I launched the Music Industry Blueprint membership page. The thing is, you can go to school and get an education, or you can go get an advanced degree and move things a little bit quicker. You can continue to do things over and over in athletics, and hopefully you'll get better. Maybe one day you'll get better. Or you can hire and bring on a coach, someone that's going to drive you and push you and help you get better and take you to that next level. That's why all the best athletes in the world still have coaches. A lot of them have private coaches. Tiger Woods, for goodness sakes, has a swing coach, and he's the best golfer in the world, because people understand the value of someone's knowledge and experience. Because like I've said, you can't buy knowledge and experience, but you can rent it, you can borrow it, you can lease it. And those are the things that we're trying to show you now. And this isn't some infomercial for my product. This is just to tell you, basically, if you call and ask to go take me to lunch to pick my brain, I'm not going to do it. But, you know, if you have something that you can offer me, even outside of money, you know, let me say that, though. It's not all about the money, because I know what it costs. If you are in a business where you're able to help me in my business, now we're doing something mutually beneficial for each other. But if I'm just sitting there telling you everything I know and then you leave, that's not mutually beneficial to me. And I today have to work on mutually beneficial relationships, because the hour that I'm spending with someone who, one, I'm not being paid for, or they're not a client, is an hour I take away from something I could be doing for one of my paid clients, or creating content that I can put out into the marketplace, which ultimately will bring value to someone else and bring value to me. So this has kind of been all over the place. Like I said, my brain's a little frazzled because I'm very excited to go spend some time with Ren Man today, and then I'm going to be interviewed for his show this afternoon. And there's a lot of cool people in town. But if you took this the wrong way, it was meant to be taken the wrong way. If you understand where it is I'm coming from, it was meant to be understood, if that makes any sense. If you have anything else you need from me, or you just want to grab that free video series I talked about, if you're new to this, I would love for you to subscribe, comment, watch the other videos. I've given some great information about understanding radio, managers, the business in a whole. You can also email me, rick@rickbarker.com. Is very easy to get to me. And go follow Ren Man on Twitter, at Ren, R-E-N, Man, M-A-N-M-B, at RenManMB. And from his Twitter page, you'll get access to his YouTube channel, which is youtube.com/RenManMB. And actually, I'll make sure there's a link for it on this video. Have yourself an awesome rockstar day, and we'll chat soon. See ya.